This week on Digitiser, we're going to be talking about a really popular toy that was based upon a very well-known character. But we thought we'd do something a bit different. Instead of just talking about the toy, we wanted to talk to someone who, from behind the scenes, who knew the actual character that the toy was based on. So, I'm very, very excited to introduce you to...
It's first, it's second, it's third.
What's your name, sir or lady or madam?
My name, it's, originally my name, it was Triple Jim. But
Triple Jim.
I came to be known as Third Bird.
Third Bird.
Yes. When I flew over to audition for the program known as Sesame Street from my home in Johannesburg, children's television workshop, they wanted an avian character, a bird.
Yes.
A large bird for the show.
Right.
And I went along and auditioned, and they said to me, you got the part.
You got the part.
Yes,
to be a
You're
bird.
the third bird that we have seen, and you've got it. And from henceforth, you should be known upon the set of the Sesame Street as Third Bird.
What do you prefer being called, Triple Jim or Third Bird?
I like Third Bird now. Everyone on the set, they call me Third Bird. But
What
you
does
see,
your mother call you?
What?
What does your mother call
I
you?
don't see her anymore. I don't see her.
Oh, well, okay.
She's a terrible woman.
I'm sorry
terrible.
I asked.
She's all involved with that church of hers. She's just involved too heavily with the church. What's the matter?
I'm sorry. Well,
So-
does that bother you, does it?
Well,
It's
I
something
don't
that
need-
is meaningful
I don't need
to
my
her.
mother's religion shoved down my throat. It's too much. I go there and she is constantly, banging on, you must come, Triple Jim, you must come to the church.
So she does call you Triple Jim?
I don't want to talk about her. So what happened? I was betrayed.
You were betrayed?
Betrayed by Children's Television Workshop. I had signed my contract.
Yes.
I had signed it in ink.
In
Indelible ink.
Indelible ink.
Yes.
Right.
And then
I'm scared you're going to peck me.
I'm not. I will not peck you.
What do you eat?
Seeds.
Okay.
Seeds and sausage.
Do you peck at humans?
Why would I do that? I'm not a carnivore. I'm not a carrion bird.
What kind of bird are you?
Large bird.
Oh,
Just
okay.
a generic large bird.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your story.
Yes,
so you
I was betrayed by Children's Television Workshop.
You signed the contract in indelible ink.
Yes, indelible.
And then what happened?
What happened is Gordon from Sesame Street, he rushed in one day and he said, I've just been to the theatre.
Yeah.
Gordon had been to the theatre and he had said, I've just seen this amazing yellow bird.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yes, and so they told me I could be understudy to this new bird. So then he was called Big Bird.
But you're large bird.
Well, no, I'm not called Large Bird. The role was for a large bird. They couldn't fire me. I'd signed a contract for life. I'd filmed the pilot.
You'd filmed the pilot?
And they said to me, they took me into the producer's office and they said, your actions around the set, they're disturbing the children.
What were your actions?
I laid an egg and ate it. You
ate your own egg?
It was not fertilised. My egg was not fertilised.
Cannibal?
It's not cannibal, it's not fertilised. Have you never eaten anything that your body has produced?
No.
Well, perhaps you should try it. It's not cannibalism. Not cannibalism. Do you ever swallow your own sputum?
Is.
Have you ever swallowed your own sputum?
Maybe.
Yes. It's in your mouth.
Hang
You
on,
swallow
one
it all the time. You swallow your sputum all the time.
Maybe I'm a cannibal too.
Yes. It's just the same as swallowing sputum.
Well, laying an egg and eating it.
Yes,
not
and
sure.
I just said to some of the children, why could to count? He goes, I'm going to count to 3 now, children. That's his thing, right?
Yeah.
No one tells him he can't do that. I said, this is what I do. And I laid the egg and I got it and I just...
That's a big egg.
Well, I'm a large
that
bird.
big.
I'm a large bird.
And did you like cook it or anything? Did you like
No.
crack it and scramble it
You do it in the wild.
How did you
can't.
eat it?
I just ate it with my beak.
with your beak?
Yeah, I pecked it. So they took me into the producer's office and he said, you can't do this. We're going to replace you with this yellow fellow. You'll be around the set, but you will not be featuring on camera.
Unless something happened to Big Bird.
Yes, but nothing ever does. He's got security around him.
What do you do all day then when you're on set?
Well, they have a problem down on Sesame Street, you see.
They have a problem on
They
Sesame
have
Street.
a problem with wild dogs, packs of wild dogs.
They have a wild dog problem on Sesame Street.
Yes, why do you keep repeating what I'm saying?
I'm trying to understand it.
Yes, they have a wild dog problem on Sesame. I don't know if you're repeating it because you can't hear me and the mic is not picking me up.
Maybe that. I don't know.
So what they do, they keep me on the perimeter of Sesame Street, and I keep an eye out for these devil dogs.
Devil, you're right.
You keep an eye out for them.
Okay.
And if I see a devil dog coming, my job, I have a bucket of meat, a
Right.
large bucket of meat.
Yes.
And my job is to lure the dogs away. The devil dogs, I lure the devil dogs away with meat, so that they do not come onto the set and gore the children.
So you basically are the protector of Sesame Street.
Well, it's
You protect the perimeter of Sesame Street from the devil dogs.
Yes.
And you put your life at risk.
Oh, I'm up in the tower.
You're up in
We have a
how do you throw out the meat from the tower?
we have a series of guard towers.
Sesame Street in Brooklyn, New York.
We have a series of guard towers.
I don't know where it's set.
Sesame
in
Street
New York.
it's like a pocket on a wasteland.
Sesame Street is a pocket on the wasteland in New York.
It's on the perimeter.
I have a feeling like you've slipped in from some other dimension,
No.
through a wormhole or
I'm
something.
coming from Johannesburg.
Yeah, but you're telling me that Sesame Street is on a wasteland.
It is on the round Sesame Street. It's just on a patch of land,
Right.
and beyond the perimeter is wasteland, and the wasteland has a series of guard towers with with zip lines. Zip lines. You're familiar with zip lines.
I'm familiar with zip lines. So I'm just like, hang on, I'm still reeling from the fact that I always thought Sesame Street was filmed on location in New York. Turns out it's not.
It is on location in New York. It's in a New York suburb. There just happens to be an area where there is wasteland, and in the centre is a street.
How did you fly over with your wings?
Do you
from
want me to
Johannesburg,
tell you how
or
I
did you
lure
get
the
a
devil
plane?
dogs or not?
Yes, I do.
I flapped from a bird. I'm a bird. I am the third bird. So I get the bucket.
You got the bucket.
I got the bucket of the meat.
The bucket
And
of meat.
when I see
Any particular kind of meat?
the GNU.
Canoe.
We have a breeding area for GNUs, and
Oh, you breed them just to kill them. That's sad.
well, also for meat for sandwiches in the commissary. You never had a GNU sandwich? No.
I don't eat canoe. Sorry.
The children love GNU meat.
Do they know it's canoe meat?
Yes, it says.
Or do they tell them
the
it's-
sandwiches? We pre-package them in the. We have a.
Sesame Street sells GNU meat sandwiches
Yes, in the commissary.
to the kids.
We sell. Well, no, they're subsidised. Subsidised GNU meat sandwiches in the commissary.
Okay.
So what happens is I see the devil dogs with my telescope. Firstly, I'll blow a whistle,
Right.
loud whistle,
Loud whistle.
and to signal to everyone, get inside.
Warning whistle.
If you must do, get into Mr. Mushnick's shop. If you must do,
Yeah.
and everyone hunkers down. The Oscar the Grouchy goes in the bin.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he gets back in his bin.
Where does Big Bird go?
He's got a nest.
He's got a big nest.
Yes.
Okay.
He's got a big nest, and he pulls the nesting. I don't like him.
Oh.
Don't like him. He's a stealer. He's a stealer of parts.
You don't like Big Bird?
No.
I mean, I don't. I'm not like, he's not one of my favourite characters.
Do you know what I call him?
What?
Shitbird. I'd have done that part better.
Show me what you would have done as in that part.
I'm Big Bird. I'm going to eat one of my eggs.
I thought you'd be called Large Bird.
No, The role was a large bird.
Oh, your name would be Big Bird, though.
I don't know.
Okay, let's say... Okay, right.
I'm
Here's
trying to
Big
tell you about
Bird.
the devil. Hello, everyone. Today's show is brought to you by the letter E for eating eggs.
And I've got an egg. Yeah. Is this your egg?
No, that's some fluff.
All right. Continue your story about the devil dogs then.
So I've looked through my telescope. I've blown my whistle. I've picked up the bucket.
Yes.
And then I see the dogs are coming across the wasteland.
Are they running really
They're running. The
fast?
dogs are running across the wasteland.
And it's like a
They've-
pack of dogs.
They've smelled, yes, devil dogs, packs of devil dogs.
Packs of
devil dogs.
Packs of devil dogs are descending on Sesame Street.
They're coming
In a
across
cloud
the
of
wasteland.
dust. Cloud of wasteland dust.
And they can smell the children. They can smell the children. They will eat the children whose lips covered with juicy gnu meat.
So it's not that they want to eat children, they want to eat the gnu meat. But
They
all
will
the
not-
children have eaten the gnu meat in the sandwiches. So
Yes.
now the devil dogs want the children because they're filled with gnu meat.
Yes, that's a good summary.
Right.
Yes, so I've gripped one hand. I've dropped my telescope. I dropped my whistle around my neck on a string.
Yes, you drop the string.
Yes, it hangs.
It hangs, yes.
One hand bucket,
Yes.
other hand grip.
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 Yeah.
I zip down along the zip line. Some people call them a death slide.
You zip line.
A zip line to
you're
the
like
next
an
tower.
action hero.
And then the dogs zip line to the next one, and I lead them away. And I lead them. The zip line towers.
Yes.
They go out to sea.
They go out. The zip line goes out to sea.
Final tower is at sea. The dogs have followed me the scent of the gnu meat.
Oh, so you're on this. You don't get off the zip line. You're still on the zip line, zip lining along.
Yes.
Saying, how do you
Above
call the devil dogs to you?
They smell the gnu meat.
Oh, you don't say anything to them. You just
they've got that smell in the meat.
waft the bucket.
Yes, the waft is the bucket smell is not. The bucket has not got a lid.
The bucket has no lid.
No.
So, third bird wafts the bucket back and forth while he's holding onto the zip line with the other hand. He's
Yes.
wafting the bucket with this gnu meat inside. The devil dogs smell the gnu meat smell,
Yes.
and they go crazy for it.
Again, another good summary. And so the final tower is at sea,
Right?
right?
Yes.
And the dogs, they're just because they're demented. These dogs,
They're
demented.
demented.
They're driven mad by the gnu meat smell.
Right.
And they run into the sea and drown.
So the dogs are so entranced by this scent of gnu meat that they lose all reasoning, forget that they can't swim, and run
Yes.
into the sea.
Correct.
And then before they know it, they're in too deep and they drown.
Yes, correct.
And then what do you do? How do you get back to dry land?
Well, remember? Do you remember? I've still got my whistle.
You still have a whistle, yes.
When Gordon hears the second blow of the whistle,
Right.
he gets on his, he jumps into his dinghy and retrieves me.
And how often did you have to do this?
Oh, this happens 2-3 times a week.
2-3 times a week? That is
Yes.
really frequent.
It's frequent, yes. That's what I've said this. I've said to people, this happens quite frequently.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Frequent.
But, I mean, third bird, I have to say,
Yes.
this is way better than you laying an egg and eating it.
But they don't want this on the show because they say it will startle children if they know of the existence of these devil dogs. They want them to think
Yeah.
that Sesame Street is a safe space for children to learn, to play, to have fun, and that they don't want them to know that there is this risk, this constant risk of the devil dogs coming and goring them.
So, is Sesame Street a safe place for children to play?
Well, as long as I'm around, yes.
And learn.
Yes, I
As
will
long-
not. I will not let anything happen to the children.
Third bird,
Yes, hello.
while you're here talking to me
Yes.
in England, which is very far from New York,
Yes.
who's guarding the perimeter of Sesame Street
Oh
wasteland?
Christ! I'd better get out of here.
Well, we haven't talked about Elmo yet, though.
It's fine. I'm sure someone else will talk to you about it. I better go and check.
no.
I haven't even got my whistle. I'm going now.
Bye, third birds.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's very
Bye,
each
third bird.
second each third.
Bye, third bird. It was really lovely meeting you. You're a nice guy. Thank you for looking after Sesame Street and keeping it safe.
God, you wouldn't believe what I just saw.
What?
There's a huge bird flying away from the house.
Like a crow?
Yeah, it was a bit like a big crow.
Or a magpie? Did you salute it and say, how's your wife?
It wasn't a magpie.
You sure?
Magpies don't get that big.
Oh, was it the red kite? There's like a kite that lives near us. I saw it flying over our house the other day.
Why are you doing that? Just say, why don't you just go out to this third bird?
What?
Why don't you go out to this third bird?
Oh, maybe it was third bird.
Oh, who's third bird? Who's that? Did you have a visitor? Did you have a bird caller? a gentleman.
A bird tillman caller. Have you not met third bird?
No, I've never met third bird.
No way, you're missing out. He is the coolest bird out of all the birds in all of existence.
Is he a character on Sesame Street?
He is, yeah.
Yes.
How did you know?
Well, I wondered if he came here today because he heard of what we were going to be talking about.
I think he did, yes.
Tickle my Elmo. Tickle my Elmo. You can tickle my Elmo. Yeah, tickle me Elmo.
Who's giving everybody the giggles? It's Tickle-Me-Elmo. When your child tickles him, he talks, laughs, and his whole body shakes. Tickle-Me-Elmo and his Tickle-Me friends from the Tycho Sesame Street family.
What do you know about Tickle Me Elmo?
Well, I have some personal experience with
Christ.
Tickle-Me-Elmo.
Did someone tickle your Elmo?
No. It was when my youngest daughter it was her second birthday, I think. All the Tickle-Me-Elmos were sold out. And so...
Did you make one out and it was some horrible chimera?
Cardboard.
Cardboard?
Cardboard Tickle-Me-Elmo. No, I was in the big Tesco near us and they had a Tickle-Me Cookie Monster on sale. So I got it for her.
Tickle my Cookie Monster.
Oh, God.
Sorry, every time... I'll stop.
Yeah, so it was probably the worst present I could ever have gotten her. She unwrapped it, saw its face, and I've never seen a 2-year-old scream like that. Petrified. Yeah, and then I thought, oh, if I turn it on, she'll laugh and be entertained and love it. I've never seen her so scared. She wailed in fear. I had to hide the thing in the cupboard. Then it was making noise in the cupboard. And she was still freaking out, so I had to get rid of it.
I can understand that. You see, here's the thing, right? Tickle Me Elmo. Obviously, I'm aware of it. I was aware of Tickle Me Elmo before I was aware that there was a character in Sesame Street called Elmo.
No! Oh my God, Elmo was like my favourite character.
What?
He was so... No, actually, Telly, Grumpy Telly, because he's a bit of a
Telly's
whiner.
Telly's
I
good.
loved... Telly just made me laugh. No, Elmo was my favourite because he was so cute and just friendly and nice.
When I watched Sesame Street as a kid, I never saw Elmo. Elmo wasn't in it.
he came in later.
Yeah, I'm of the era... Well, what's your favourite bit from Sesame Street? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is that your favourite bit?
Yeah. Was that your favourite bit?
Second favourite bit.
Oh, what?
Mine
You can't
was
beat the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 song.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Wasn't that the Pointer Sisters that sung that?
What?
Yeah, it was someone like that.
No way.
If I'm wrong, I'll put up a disclaimer.
Correction.
Yes. A disclaimer and a correction. Tickle my correction.
No. Oh, great, can't watch this with the kids in the room now.
I'll bleep that. I've shut myself down.
Yeah, because everything that came out was good.
I've shut myself down. What was I saying?
Your favourite part of...
Oh yeah, it was the guy that did the painting.
Gonna paint a 6.
They were painted numbers. He was like this beardy painter, and he used to walk around what I'm assuming was New York. And it was really weird because it was like dubbed over. You'd never actually see him say it, and he'd go, "Gonna paint a 6." He'd go around and paint a 6 on something or someone, and go 6.
6.
There was also a song about milk that I really liked. I used to sing all the time.
What was it?
Milk, milk, milk. Da, da, da,
I remember
da,
that.
Da, da. So
Absolutely
good. What a
genius.
great show.
It was an amazing show. I miss it. I wish I
Anyway.
could watch it now.
Put some clips in. Anyway, we didn't have Elmo when I watched it, but I was aware of the toy, and particularly aware of the fact that it was one of these toys at Christmas that became the story of the year because it's sold out. I hadn't realised quite how severe the Elmo. We should put Elmo up here.
Yeah, whoa.
Quite how severe the Elmo
Look how cute
mania
he
was.
is.
He's not cute. He is a little bit creepy.
No, he is the cutest. I love him so much. I mean, not only was he cute, he was just nice
Did he
and...
just move his arm?
Maybe.
Or did you move it?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not aware. I was blinded by his cuteness.
But it hasn't got any batteries in it.
He was
It's a lie.
he was just like a lovely guy. He was a lovely guy.
Well, he's not a guy. He's 3.5 years old. Also,
He was a lovely person.
Also, not possibly a guy either. Here's a thing you might not know. Elmo, they don't refer to Elmo's gender ever. It's Elmo.
really?
Elmo is they, them, because I think they wanted kids
Ah.
to associate with Elmo.
Oh, really?
Without kind of
Okay, well,
genderising.
Elmo is just lovely.
Yeah.
Is
Anyway, so it was the toy originally retailed for $28.99. There's a
Yeah.
whole story to Elmo, Tickle-Me-Elmo, that I didn't know about any of this. I'll get on to why I decided that an episode about Elmo was good, because I'll get onto it in a minute. Anyway, so it was first produced in 1996, and it was at Christmas that year that the insane levels of Elmo mania took off.
No wonder he's laughing. All the way to the bank, because North America has been gripped by Tickle-Me-Elmo hysteria.
Oh boy, that tickles.
Just ask them in Fredericton, where 48 of the bug-eyed beasts were put on sale at a local Walmart, and one of the clerks was sent to hospital after being trampled in the frenzy.
Somebody in the crowd yelled, "There's the Elmos."
This isn't an original. This is Elmo TMX, which I'll explain what that is as well in a bit.
His arm's not got anything in it.
So
Just realised that. His arm's like, look. But that one's... Oh,
maybe don't force it.
do, like-
Don't force it. Break it.
oh, sorry.
Force the motor. So, apparently two women were arrested in Chicago for fighting over one.
Wow.
In New York, people ran after delivery trucks and attempted to get into them to get their hands on an Elmo before it got to the stores.
Okay.
Someone in Denver bought a Tickle-Me-Elmo for $7,100.
Wait a few years?
Yeah.
Get it on eBay? Look at his shocked face. He's shocked by that news. Oh, Elmo surprise!
It's annoying.
It's really annoying.
Trying to educate people about it.
I know, but he looked really shocked when he heard you saying all that stuff. Like, people actually trampled others. For
Yes. Yes.
Actually, yeah.
There's more. So he started life as a product called Tickles the Chimp. Tickle my chimp. Designed by a guy called Greg Hyman. And another guy called Ron Dubren.
Wow, our brains go to such different places. Because my brain went, oh, like Dr. Mark Hyman, who does that podcast about health.
Yeah.
I know that's not what you were thinking.
No, I don't know what you mean. Anyway, they were known for inventing a thing, a children's learning computer several years before called Alfie the Robot. So apparently, Ron Dubren,
Yeah.
the co-inventor, careful
Wait,
now,
is
because
that
you keep going to hit the mic with it. Sit still.
Is it Rondu Bren?
His name isn't Rondu. He's not a character from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Or Ron
Dubren.
Space Bren, or Ron Space Dubren.
Literally doesn't matter.
Matters a lot.
It doesn't matter because they'd have had a caption.
Okay. I haven't got a caption.
He was in the park one day and he saw a load of kids tickling one another. Which just thought it was bizarre. He saw a load of kids tickling one another, and it brought back childhood memories, he said, of how much I loved tickling or being tickled. There is usually a kind of build-up of this laughing jag until you just finally lose it. I thought that would make a great toy. So he called up Greg Hyman, who was a sound engineer who had recently lost his business partner, Stark. The original idea was a chimp that tickled
Maybe
you.
you just couldn't find him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're playing sardines. But it wasn't feasible. Greg and I worked on developing a prototype to show around. We were turned down by 12 different companies. Now, when they eventually went to Tycho, who were the eventual publishers of the toy that became Tickle-Me-Elmo, they didn't have the rights to make Sesame Street plushes. They only had the rights to make solid plastic Sesame Street toys.
Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, because another company had the
I
plastic
see.
rights.
Okay, not because Sesame Street was like, no plushes.
Yeah. So originally, Tickle-Me-Elmo was going to be Tickle-Me Tasmanian Devil because they had the rights to the Warner Brothers cartoons.
Oh, okay. That could be dangerous.
Yes. And they also made Tickle-Me Baby Bugs Bunny and Tickle-Me Tweety Bird.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring to it,
Not
though,
the
does
same,
it?
is it?
Really not the same.
And those were not big successes, and it wasn't until they finally got the rights to do Sesame Street characters in plush form that this toy took off.
He's kind of like a hybrid, though, isn't he? He's not full plush. He's
Well, yeah, but
half
that's because you need
plush.
to have the robotic innards, which we're
Yeah.
going to have a look at in a little bit. When it first came out, get this, it was part of the Cabbage Patch Kids line. Tickle-Me-Elmo came out as part of Cabbage Patch Kids.
Wow.
Yeah, please be careful with that
I'm being
arm.
careful. Okay, I'm not touching the
keep
arm.
moving. I can keep
I
hearing
didn't
your
touch.
voice.
No, that was not me.
Well, why is it not doing
Because
more?
sometimes when I touch his foot, the batteries are not great. Let me just say. Spoiler alert.
So the Children's Television Workshop that made Sesame Street, originally they had reservations about it because they worried that Elmo might look like he's having a seizure. And so originally they poo-pooed it, and this didn't help. It didn't help that originally the sound chip inside got to a point where it started shouting "Stop! Stop!" So
Oh, no.
imagine how horrific!
that's a bit-
Stop! Stop! Stop!
That's a bit harrowing.
Yeah, so they took that off because they sort of said there's something. This guy Johnson Williams. I don't know who Johnson Williams is. Took my Johnson Williams. My brain shut down again. This is going to happen throughout this thing. Mark Johnson Williams, who was the electronics designer who designed the innards of him. Apparently, he was investigated by the FBI because he had to put in orders for all these electronic components, and he was investigated as part of the Unabomber investigation.
Oh no!
Yeah, because he was getting all this stuff shipped to him in his office in California when he got visited by the FBI, just to check that he wasn't planning any terrorist activities.
Wow.
So what really made Tickle-Me-Elmo take off, there were two things that became key to it. One was it got featured on the Rosie O'Donnell show. Got national TV exposure. And the other thing was they needed to find a way to sell the concept of the toy. And so it was the fact that you could try it on the shelves. You could press his tummy.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they had to kind of calibrate it so that he didn't have too much of a movement that caused him to fall off the shelf. That still happened. I can remember this in toy
all
shops.
the boxes would just
They would fall off, yeah. But it was it wasn't until you got it home you had to pull out a tag in the
Yes.
battery compartment. Yeah.
Yes.
That it would then go into its full thing. So they had to limit how long it could do it in the try-me packaging, as they could call it.
1 minute the kids are playing with a brand new toy, having a great time. Then, in an instant, one child is bleeding and crying, and the entire family is headed for the emergency room. This hokey pokey Elmo was a big hit at the L's house this Christmas.
If you tip him over, he cries, help me, pick me up.
Can you help Elmo up, please? Thank you.
But laughter turned to tears, then terror on Friday, when 7-year-old Stuart somehow snagged a finger on Elmo's foot.
And he starts screaming, and when I walked over to look at him, the whole end of his finger had been ripped off.
So there have been various attempts to keep the toy's longevity over the years. There have been various other versions of Elmo. They re-released it as in the modern era as LOL Elmo, but apparently that didn't do very well.
Doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it?
No, I mean LOL.
LOL Elmo. It's a bit of a tongue twister as well.
YOLO Elmo.
Yeet Elmo.
Yeet? We shall be yeeting Elmo later.
What is behind this shadow? This has been the biggest secret. I mean, it's been in Fort Knox, I'm going to tell you this, but it is going to be the hottest selling kid item, we're told, in America for the Christmas list. Will fly off the toy store shelves. And here is a clue. How good are you?
No peeking.
Is what do those young kids want? They want an extreme version of Elmo. And that's what the TMX was. It was.
Oh, so this one's the extreme version.
Yeah, TMX. It was grab the box.
Right.
TMX, or TM Extreme, and I'm going to show you how it works in a second. But do you remember 10 years ago, everybody? Oh, it was huge. You remember the people clawing their way into the stores to try to get one of these? Well, here it's about to go again. So, can I show you how this works?
Please do,
This is for 9-month-old now? Mario.
Little Mario would love
yeah,
these.
three-year-old
like
Bella.
3 is nice.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you. Here you go. You have to bear with me for 3 tickles, okay?
Okay, 1.
Wait.
Oh, that's nice arm action. Oh, that's good right there. Oh. Elmo with a seizure.
Now, officially, as you can see, it came in this sort of fake flight case. Officially, the X stood for 10 for the 10th anniversary of Tickle-Me-Elmo. So this came out in 2006. By which time, as you can see, Fisher-Price are publishing it.
It says do not tickle on the front.
Yeah, no tickling. Also, it says on their warning, may cause uncontrollable laughter. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine uncontrollable laughter?
I've never laughed in my
Yeah,
life.
no tickle. So tickle TMX, the kind of cool, extreme version of Tickle-Me-Elmo, which had a whole bunch of new electronics in it. Should we try it out? I've got a feeling it's not going to work because we did have a little play.
Oh, you're ticklish.
You know full well I am. Why ask that? See, it's made me nervous.
Yeah,
now.
it makes me like you just feel like
You're not
this
that,
kind
you're
of.
not that ticklish though, are you?
No, not really, but I can be.
Yeah, yeah, I am in certain places very ticklish. You tickle my Johnson Williams. I suffer uncontrollable laughter, stroke flatulence. So the TMX, oh, he is moving.
Yeah.
So the idea is
hang
that
on,
rather
wait,
than
1 second. Just check that. Well, he's not even turned on. He's no.
Carry on. So the idea is with the original Elmo, he just vibrated and went ha 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 ha. With TMX, the idea being is that he would roll around on the floor laughing and smashing his fist on the ground, begging for the tickler to stop. Apparently, that was according to.
That's a bit worrying.
That's according to Fisher Price.
Look, I can somersault. Good for you. Somersault. What's my leg?
The guts of TMX came from a toy called Somersault Sarah. It was a doll that could roll around. There must be an on button here somewhere.
So Tickle Me Cookie Monster must have come out like well after. But I remember I did get it. It was on sale.
Which one of these is on?
It's on now.
Okay, so
just
what do we
warning
do?
you, I tried it out and it didn't really work that well.
Oh, he's doing stuff. Oh, what did
I
you do?
need to press up on his feet. Oh, there he is. You might be able to put him down now.
His arm's twitching. Why has he only got one arm?
Very aggressive tickling.
He stops. There's a button there.
Yeah, his chin's a tickle spot.
It says there's a button there. Trigger look. Why isn't he rolling on the floor? I want him to roll on the floor. Look at this slight movement of his hand. Fall over!
He's an understated Elmo.
I feel patronised by him, like he's just doing it to kind of keep me happy, but he's not really committed to it.
He's an understated Elmo.
Fall over!
Gentleman Elmo. I know what you want to do.
What?
You want to knock him over.
I want him to bend over. I want, like he was doing earlier. When we played with him earlier, he was bending over. Bend over!
Well, he's not in the mood. He's not into that stuff. He just likes standing and shouting.
Moving his hand slightly.
Hysterical Elmo. Just stands and
Get
shouts.
me a knife. Do you know what? I'm really disappointed. I basically wanted him to look like a Terminator. If you'd like to win this,
give away Tickle Me Terminator. Wow.
if you'd like to win this, we're giving it away on Patreon. We are. We are.
Wait, with the skin on or?
No, we're like this.
Or all of it, even the head. Wow.
So join our Patreon and we'll see if you're with a chance to win it. With the face, it's original artwork that you saw happening here in this episode.
You should sign it.
I'll sign it. I'll sign his belly. Don't do it now. Shut up. Do you want me to see if I can go and get that bird back?
What, do you think that bird would know Elmo?
Well, he did say as much, I believe, at the top of the episode.
Oh,
Guess what we haven't filmed yet?
Well, no, because the last I heard was you saying, have you seen that big bird? Did you see the bird flying away? So how would you know what he said?
Guess what we haven't filmed yet?
Yeah, but how would you know what he said if you've only seen him fly away? Explain me this.
Gut feeling.
Gut
feeling that he would have talked about Elmo's history on Sesame Street. Just gut feeling, and that he said he knew Elmo.
Right.
And introduced him as my little friend. Just a gut. It's just a gut feeling.
How do we contact this bird?
I think you have to make the noise. Rupee, rupee.
Rupee, rupee. And why does that attract him? Is that the noise he makes?
No, it's because I got drunk with a Dutch businessman once and tried to teach you about the dove from above from Shooting Stars. And when we said you have to coo the bird down,
right,
he would go, rupee, rupee, which I found hysterical. That was his version of cooing.
It's a good version.
It's a good story.
All right.
Right, well,
so guess...
I'll see you all next week. I'm going to go out in the garden and see if I can beckon down that large bird whose name I'm unfamiliar with.
Yes, I'm unfamiliar with it.
No, you're not! You've met him already at the start of the episode.
I thought you were getting him now.
No! Remember how
So
when
I've
we
already
started
spoken
talking
to
about
him.
this, we didn't do
I've
an intro.
already spoken to
Yes,
him.
you've
Then
al-
why are you getting him?
I don't know, you're setting him up for the end of the episode.
Yeah, I thought he was coming in at the end of the episode.
Looks like he's coming back. No, remember when I said to you, I'd start with third.
No idea what's going on.
I'd start with Third Bird, giving a bit
Giving
of
away his
history,
name now.
They already know his name. They've met him at the start of the episode. I said we'd start with Third Bird, giving a little bit of background about Elmo on Sesame Street.
Right.
Because do you remember when I came and sat down and I went, "Oh, did you see that big bird that flew away?"
That's why I thought you hadn't met him yet, and you didn't know his name
I
yet.
haven't met him yet. I will never.
And yet
chances
you
are,
seem to know everything about him.
chances are, I will probably never meet him.
Yet you seem to know everything about him.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
I wonder.
Laid an egg.
Furry egg.
I'll go and see if that bird that I haven't met, but Sanja has, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go and see if I can bring him back just for a bit of a goodbye.
Rupee.
Rupee.
It's first, it's second, it's third.
Flapping back down. I'm back.
Third Bird, you're back?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. What happened?
The nightmare over there.
A nightmare?
Yeah, it's a living nightmare.
Living nightmare? What happened?
Yeah, the devil dogs, they got through. They broke through the perimeter. There was no one there because he summoned me here to talk about the little guy Elmo, and I can't believe it. There was just blood everywhere. Blood everywhere.
We've caused a massacre on Sesame
well,
Street.
No. I didn't say it was a massacre.
But you said there was blood everywhere.
Yes, they'd eaten Mr. Snuffleupagus.
No.
They ripped him apart. When I got there was a devil dog was munching on his trunk. Munching on his trunk. Their bellies are full. They're fully sated.
Right.
They're sated.
They're sated. What do they do after they're sated?
They wander back out to the wasteland.
Right. Where do they live?
In the beyond the forbidden zone. Beyond the forbidden zone.
The devil dogs live beyond the forbidden zone.
Again, you have Sesame Street here in the middle.
Right.
Then the wasteland, the perimeter.
So Sesame Street.
Perimeter?
Wasteland. Oh no, Sesame
Perimeter.
Street. Perimeter.
Wasteland. Then the forbidden zone.
Then forbidden zone.
And then they live in the unknown regions beyond the forbidden zone.
They live in the unknown regions.
Yes, no one ventures there. Although
But you must have flown over the unknown regions in order to come
it's
here.
detected there's a electromagnetic storm that is constant. You can't fly through that.
God.
It's electromagnetic.
Oh my goodness.
Although I do believe that the Bert and Ernie once ventured out they ventured out to the fringes, the periphery.
I would not have taken Bert and Ernie to be those kind of explorers. Like, they don't seem like they're explorer types.
Well,
they seem kind of like just kind of chill.
They weren't exploring.
City.
They'd gone to buy a new duvet and got lost.
Oh,
Yes.
that's more like
Yes,
it.
they were looking for Bed Bath and Beyond.
And they went into the forbidden zone.
But just the periphery. The periphery.
And
Do you understand?
yeah, how come they didn't get eaten by devil dogs?
They drove back. They came back.
Oh.
They came back. They came back. They came back.
Right.
Then they got one off. They got a duvet off of Amazon.
They could have just done that in the beginning.
Yes.
And you're sure you haven't flown through some sort of wormhole or Stargate?
What are you even talking
Have you
about?
flown through a Stargate from a different world?
What are you even talking about? What are you even saying? It's science fiction nonsense. Unbelievable. I'm going to go again now. I've got to go and get a mop from Bed Bath and Beyond to clean up Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Well, we don't have that in England, so...
Well, that's also I've got to go. It's a long way.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long does it take to fly back to New York from here?
Not... Well, how long did it take for you to do the rest of the video? That long. Yes,
That's
long.
very quick. I've got
very powerful
fly faster
wings.
than a Concorde.
Yeah, I've got
Really powerful. Can I touch your wings?
You most certainly can.
Wow, they're powerful.
Yeah, they are.
Whoa, and they're like there's a soft, fluffy ones up here.
Yeah. You think they're impressive? You should see my flaps.
No, I'll give that one a miss. I'll give that a miss.
I'm off now.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, bye,
That's
third
great.
bird.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to whatever this is.
I hope to see you again.
Yes, if you'd like to see more third bird.
You never told me anything about Elmo.
Oh, don't much to say. What is there to say about him?
Well, what was your experience of working with him? Like, is he as friendly behind the scenes as he is on camera?
They kept me away from him because I kept eating my own eggs in front of him.
So you've never even met Elmo?
I met him.
What did you say to him?
I'm going to eat my egg.
Oh, he was one of the children that saw you eat your egg?
One of many.
And what was his response to you eating your egg?
He was horrified.
Elmo was horrified?
Yes.
What, did he say anything?
Stop it. Stop it.
He just said stop it with a question mark.
Stop it.
Stop it?
Stop it.
Let's recreate that moment.
No, I need to go now. There's much to do.
Okay, you pretend you're eating your egg. I don't know where the fluff
I
is.
feel this is being dragged out somewhat unnecessarily.
It has.
You're enjoying this too much, I said.
Elmo comes along.
Oh, hi, Mr. Third Bird. What are you doing there? Do you like my comb over?
Today, children, today is the big day. We're going to learn about how to lay and eat an egg.
Lay and eat an egg?
Yes. So, children,
Oh, boy!
Elmo, you're very annoying.
I annoy myself.
My God, Elmo, that voice goes right through me.
Oh, that voice is like nails down a blackboard.
Going right through me. It makes me want to punch you.
What?
Okay, shall I talk like this? That's annoying as well. Hey, dude, wait, whoa!
Oh dear. You know what? I'm gonna feed Elmo to the devil dogs now.
Whoa! Oh, cowabunga! Gnarly!
Feed him to the devil.
Yeet!
Yeet! Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, Third Bird.
Goodbye, whatever
Lovely
you are.
to meet you.
Yes, lovely to meet you. Don't eat me.
I don't eat birds. I'm a friend of the birds.
Get ready to see my flaps, everyone.
Okay, see, he's flapping, everyone.
I'm flying away, look.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm flying away. Here we go.
Wow. Bye, Third Birds. Bye.
It's first, it's second, it's third.